All right, this is Ralph from Shikari, and you're listening to Morgan Richards on Radio Cardiff.
Hey, I'm Morgan Richards from Radio Cardiff. I'm very pleased to say that I'm joined now live on the phone by a band who constantly take to the skies with a flash flood of colour. It's, of course, Mr. Rou Reynolds from Shikari.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Hey, man, you good?
Yes, very well.
Yeah, how's things?
Good. Yeah, we're just in the rehearsal space at the moment, doing the last few bits for tour, last bits of programming and things. Yeah, all going well. Just can't wait to get back on the road.
Yeah, well, great to hear. So, Rou, as you said, you're all gearing up now to celebrate the release of your new and fifth studio album, The Spark, with a whole host of touring for the near future. This record seems to be your most melodic and personal album yet, with musically stripping back to some of Shikari's most bare elements. Was there a huge distinct in the writing process this time around, or was everything just really in a whole more relaxed atmosphere?
There wasn't really much difference in the process, but I think it's probably the first album that I had a real sort of defined idea of what I wanted this album to sound like. The lyrics certainly took a while to sort of formulate and get context with everything that's been going on in the world over the last few years. It's been quite intense, but yeah, the music sort of flowed quite easily and quite sort of early on. It was becoming very focused. I think in the last few years we've sort of gathered quite a lot of confidence in the various tours that we've been doing and with my voice, and I just think we wanted things to be a bit more just concentrated on the melody, really, and the songs, and instead of like wanting to be about sort of 20 things at once, as you know, Shikari songs sometimes sound like 5 songs in one. Yeah, we just wanted this album to be a bit more lucid, a bit more focused.
And during the writing process, I understand that you've stated a lot of things personally were changing in your life, but the passing of David Bowie and reliving some of his music, along with a lot of other 80s post-punk bands, really influenced you in a completely different way. How did that really come about? What was really some of the points that really got you so motivated on that music?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, the death of David Bowie was a big influence. It's the same old thing, really. Whenever sort of a renowned artist dies, you know, people usually feel sort of encouraged to go back through their catalogue and celebrate their life's work, basically. And I was always a Bowie fan, but that sort of, you know, made me delve back in. And me and my flatmate actually did a sort of a few parties, what we called Bowieoke. It was big karaoke parties where we all just sang Bowie. And I remember, yeah, I had that software for a while. I ended up just singing loads of his stuff just by myself, like not even during a party. And it's interesting because the only stuff I sing is my own, really. So it's you know, unless I'm at a gig, but I'm not really concentrating then. So it was quite interesting to sort of concentrate and try and, you know, replicate his range and his melodies and stuff, and sort of learned quite a lot. And I think in general, sort of more philosophically as well, like Bowie's fearlessness has been a big influence on us. And then, yeah, as you say, sort of the post-punk movement was really inspiring because it feels like that's where we are as a band. Like now, I think we're, you know, as back in the 80s when people were sort of starting to get fed up with how regimented punk had become, and, you know, sort of it had become unpunk, if you like. You know, it should be about progression and about a very, very sort of inclusive vibe, and it become all about these rules of what is punk and what isn't. And I think lots of bands got fed up with that and wanted to use more instruments, more textures and melody. And I think that's kind of where we're at as well. Like, we're sort of a bit fed up of being kind of, I still don't really know what the right word is, but ghettoized almost, you know, as a noisy band, like we only do anger and we don't do anything else. But I think that's very wrong. We're a band that tries to get, you know, a whole range of emotions into our music, because, you know, that's what art is for. So yeah, that's what we were trying to focus on as well with this record.
And saying that, obviously, as you mentioned, this is a bit more personal, but you still haven't shined away from some of your political and world issues you feel so strongly about. Ever since day one, Shikari's had this reputation of speaking out. Looking back now, do you feel that's just been such an important thing for you to exercise with the band?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm not sure whether we would have carried on doing this for so long if I was just, singing about girls or relationships. Not, not to belittle like singing about those
Hmm.
things. People do that very well. But yeah, I like sort of very raw emotion, and the sort of catharsis of live music as well. So for me, the once we sort of realized we'd gained this pedestal, if you like, from being a band that was getting some form of success, I think straight away we sort of felt some pressure to use that for to build unity or to build hope, or whatever it was, and add some social commentary to our music.
So, Ro, just a couple more quick things now before you go. Of course, this year you've actually been celebrating a lot of the 10th year anniversary of your debut record, Take to the Skies. I'm sure being able to revisit a lot of those tracks you haven't played in a while has been really refreshing, and especially not only to the band but to the fans as well.
Yeah, that was we did an amazing tour. It was very nostalgic, uh, and I think we're going to definitely be doing a couple of tracks from Take to the Skies on this tour. To be honest, it'll be quite a varied set. There'll be something from every era of the band, I think. So yeah, but it's always great being able to delve back into our quite sizable back catalogue now, and yeah, feel those same emotions again.
Yeah, and with recent tours, you've really tried to expand on the kind of performance with bringing in a lot more lights and surround sound systems. What have you really got lined up for this tour coming up now? And is there anything else you've been trying to look at to get in the future?
No, I mean, we've been mainly focusing on sort of bettering what we did on the last arena tour last year. So
Okay.
that was our first kind of delve into quadraphonic surround sound.
Hmm.
And it went really well, but I think we learned so much, and we kind of uh, we feel in a much better position now to put on an even more interesting show sonically. So yeah, there's been a lot of focus on the quadraphonic for this production, and it's a completely new production as well. So we've got a whole new lighting rig and lots of stuff, like sort of the synced up moving rigs to the music and stuff. So there's quite a lot of new bits and pieces going on here.
Yeah, and with all that now, you're going to be extremely busy in the near future, just continuing to tour and celebrate the release of the record. But what else can we really expect from Enter Shikari now coming up?
Yeah, that's it really. Just tour. Yeah, we got Europe in December after the UK tour, and then off to America early next year, and Canada, and then Australia. Yeah, it'll get silly basically next year.
Yeah, oh, fantastic. Well, that's about it. Cheers, Ralph, for taking time out to speak to me.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, man.
Cheers, man.